Good morning, class 6 students. Students, we are doing chapter number 3 of civics, and this is your part 2. Students, the name of the chapter is the government. What we have discussed in my previous parts, we have discussed about the government and what the work does the government do. Today, we are going to discuss about the levels of the government. So let's start. Now that you know that the government is responsible for many different things, you can think of it how it manages to do all these things. The government work at a different levels. Students, as we have discussed already, what are the things that the governments do and how the government manages the country, runs the country, and take different actions for our benefit. Now, how what the government work at different levels. The government work at the different level, at the local level, at the level of the state, and at the national level. Students, there are three levels of the governments: the national level, the state level, and the local level. The local level means in our villages, town, or locality. The state level would means that which cover the entire states like the Haryana, Assam, or I should say UP, Uttar Pradesh. And the national level relates to the entire country. Students, there are three levels of the government: the national level, where we call the who is the head of the country, the prime minister; at the state level, the state ministers; at the local level, at the village level, there is a panchayat raj or ward parishad is there. That is for the local level, municipal corporation. Later in this book, you will read about how local level of government functions. In the next chapter, we are going to read about how it functions. When you go into the next few classes, you will learn about how government function at the state and the central level. We are going to do the deep study after this about the how the government work at the state level and the central level. But here, in short, we are going to read about the levels of the government we have read, and we have that the governments work at the three levels: the state level, the national level, and the local level. Now, our next topic is the laws of the government. Laws and the government. The laws that are being made and the government. How the government make laws, and everyone who lives in the country has to follow these. Laws are made by the government, and everyone living in the country has to follow these laws. This is the only way government can function. This is the only way, because if laws are not there, government cannot function. So, just like the government has the power to make decisions, similarly, it has the power to enforce its decisions. Government has the power to make the decisions. Okay, now they have the power also to enforce it. Enforce a decision means to implement the decisions. For example, there is a law that says that all people driving a motorcycle must have a license. This is a law that there should be a driving license for all the people who are driving the motorcycle or the car. Any person caught driving a vehicle without a license can either be jailed or fined a large sum of money. Without these laws, the government power to make a decision is not as much use. See, without these laws, the government power to make the decisions is not much of use. If the laws are not there, the government power, if there is a law for that, people will respect that law, people will follow the rules. If there is no law for that, the people will not follow. So government power will not be much use. In addition to any action that government can take, there are also steps that people can take if they feel that a particular law is not being followed. There are many things that the people can take the steps that if the people think that the particular law is not being followed. For example, that they were not hired for job because of their religion or caste. He or she may approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed. Students, if they have given the example, suppose on the basis of the religion, people are not getting the job because they are because of not of the qualification, because they belong to the particular religion. So these people has the power. The people has power. There is a law that law for that people can approach the court and get the so people can approach the court and get the right to get the job. Okay, the court can then give the order about what should be done. Clear class, it's the now on the court can take the orders and regarding that whether they have get the right to do the job or not. Clear? Thank you.